but I did. I went live far too early. I just pushed the button. Just push the button, Lionel. Just push the button. Oh. Always, Lionel. Always. Just press the button. How are we going to do that? I think that's enough there anyway. Let me bring this forward. Yeah, like that. Gosh. Because out of popular demand, it needs to be brighter. Everybody's disappointed. Can you see that? I wonder. Yeah, okay, cool. So we need to make it brighter. Okay. Oh, already a notification on Lord Dandy. Wow. Thank you. Good night. And send. No. So, I trust you're well. I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm not watching the chat. I'm hot. I need to take my shirt off. I'm not naked. I'm just shirtless. And we need to brighten this up. Yeah? All these people in the chat. I'll catch up with you now. I can see. King Zami, thank you. You can go ahead and give me advice. Please do. So I need to brighten this up. So I was thinking like flames on the edges of the feathers of the wings and some eyelashes, maybe some eyelashes for the gay unicorn. Oh, it's not a unicorn, it's a flying horse. Where's the other colors? Brushes. Where's the other brushes? Okay. There. There's some brushes, baby. I need a bowl with some water in. What were we going to listen to? What we were going to listen to. What we were going to listen to. Your grandma recently died. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, King Sami. It was the worst day of my life, going to my grandmother's memorial. It was, and she wasn't even really my grandmother, but she raised me like I was. And it was, I couldn't stop bawling my eyes out. It was quite sorrowful. It was. Let's see if we can do this like this. Oh, hello. Will it just open the app? Okay, so let's go here. Lord Dandelion, Lord. Lordy Lord. Lord Dandy. 2.0. Oh, but I won't find what I wanted to look for. Will I? No, I won't. I don't think so. I wonder.
Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me too. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes, so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you. Keep the love light glowing in your eyes, so true. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with you.
Gosh, I can't remember. Do you remember that, Sippy? Do you remember that, Sippy? What else is there? Recent glimpses. My middle name is Roy. Is that all you have? Joachim and Boaz. Cartomancy. No. Joachim and Boaz. When I was at the farm, there were so many wasps. Well, very few bees. More wasps. I can't do it that way. Big ones, small ones. A lot of different types of ants. You'd watch one ant walk right around the pool to the other side. You've heard about men who stare at goats? Well, it was That's me, men who stare at cats. Once when I was, wow, okay, it was after I was 12. We went to this park, my stepfather, guardian, sister and brother, called the Wilds in Johannesburg Central. And they seemed to be having fun together, three of them, and I was like left behind 3 or 4 meters. You have to cross a bridge to cross Louis Botha Avenue to get to the other side where the parking is. Somehow, there were a few wasps. And I don't know what happened, but it was just one of those moments again where you just say, okay, fine, don't worry about me, leave me out of it. Even though I was part of them, I was there with them, I was left out of it. Well, they got an attack of killer wasps. The 3 of them, sorry for laughing. But I'm laughing at the fact that because we were driving a Ford 3-liter V6 buggy and we all sat in front and they were all crying. I mean, they had huge wasps, bites, stings, and the wasp stings all the time. The 3 of them got attacked on me. Strange story. But it happened. And that's what I wanted to catch was the wasps. Boaz and Yachin. Yachin is the right pillar, the white pillar. Boaz, the left pillar, the black pillar. You find it in the tarot, in the high priestess and the hierophant. Well, you get a lot of pillars, gateways in the tarot. That's what the pillars are, really represents a gateway. And then Jesus said he is the cornerstone, so you get the 2 pillars and an archway, and then you build everything out of square blocks. But the one square block that's not completely square, Jesus said the builders discarded that stone, becomes the cornerstone of the arch, and that's why Jesus is represented as the cornerstone. Doesn't have to be the most perfect stone. It's just the stone that keeps it all together. Some may say that, like Hiram Keith, the philosopher's stone, that's what it's all about. Put your right leg in, you put your left leg in, and you shake it all about. Yachin and Boaz. Misfat, or I have to try and read Misfat and something else. In Jesus' time, Jesus, they say, he was just a politician within the line of David. You know, they wanted to overthrow the Romans. Caesar was Augusta Caesar, Augusta Octavia Caesar, and we all know that the governor was Pontius Pilate. Barabbas, Bara meaning son of, Abba of God. Barabbas was the other person that got killed, so they was crucified on a tree or cross. Funny how a cross means to go across, to trek across, to trance to transmute. The arch at the top of the two pillars is called Shalom, or God. There was a conspiracy video wherever you see the arch, like you see it sometimes in the White House, or you see it, the financial, even Obama, you would always see this arch above his head. And it meant that we are in a flat earth and there's a filament above. And that's how they described it. And basically, the arch is God, Father God, the sky, and that is Uranus, and Uranus is Poseidon, and Poseidon is, well, could be Lucifer, hey, the light bearer. Oh, it's very disconfoculating. But anyway, the left pillar, the right pillar. Funnily enough, it's just a standard everywhere you go. It's a doorway. And just like 1111. If you turn 1111 sideways, or you turn the number 11 sideways, what do you get? You get an equals sign. So that's all it is. It's an 1111 moment is it's an equal. It's equal to something else, to another time, to another person, equal to you. Equals, or 11. So 1111 could be, I think it was Socrates said that you spend your whole life looking for your other self. Because long ago, we were separated. Before the Greeks didn't talk about Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve is just a little story that they put together to explain, not even in the 17th century, but in about 4,000 years ago, the Levites, which were the priestly class. So back to the pillar. You get the priestly king and the kingly king, or the kingly priest and the priestly priest. Go back to the first king of Israel and the Israelites. The first king was Saul. But before Saul, there was somebody who chose Saul, and his name was Samuel. Funnily enough, the first fallen angel's name was Samuel too. So all these are just allegories. But the story of Saul, first king of Saul. So now we get the two brothers, or not brothers. Somehow, David, who became king, was a shepherd boy and was also big friends with Jonathan, the son of Saul. Also, David used to play the harp, and you used to piss Saul off, or make him happy. Many a time, King Saul would say to David, "Stop playing like that. You're putting me in a bad mood." So Saul, along with Samuel, Saul would be the political priest, or the kingly priest, and Samuel was the priestly priest, the godly priest. So the two pillars, the left and the right, if you could look at the two pillars as the church versus the government, in the middle you would have science, or magic, or spirituality that brings them together. It's the foundation and it's the keystone. All in one. 1111. Tzedek and Misfat is the Jews, or Boaz, and Yachin is the Freemasonry, or James and Jesus in the days of Jesus, because he didn't drink wine. He would turning water into wine. Wine would be to give wine to the rich. Come, follow me. This is for politics. So when we get to 11:11 here, I really thank you on this 11th day of March for watching, for listening. Please comment, share, excel. I'm reading the Hiram key and Mokalaloe, Mokalakwe, I'm not too sure, settlement. It's in Pilansberg. The noise you hear will be the acacia tree being blown by the wind on the metal roof. I'm at one of the log cabins, and I'm going to read from the Hiram key, chapter 3. Pharaoh's Freemasons, the discovery of the secret skulls of Jesus. Chapter 3, the Knights Templar. The beginnings of the order. The image of a brave crusader wearing a white mantle decorated with a red cross and sporting a full beard, slaying the wicked and protecting the good, is one that most of us have been familiar with since childhood. The reality was quite different. The red cross on the white robe was the garb, not of all crusaders, but of a group of warrior monks, the Knights Templar. Their mysterious rise from nowhere, their subsequent massive wealth and influence, and their sudden and total fall from grace on Friday the 13th of October, 1307, has been made them the subject of debate and imaginative speculation from that day to this. For almost 200 years, the Templars were powerful beyond the scope of most kings, with legendary fighting abilities and fabulous treasures. Could there really be a connection between this long-gone medieval order and the middle-class men who mumble Masonic ritual behind closed doors in just about every sizable town in the westernized world? At face value, they seem to be so far apart that it would take a massive amount of evidence to claim a direct relationship. But as we looked at the details of both side by side, the disparity between the two began to shrink surprisingly rapidly. The Muslims had ruled Jerusalem since the 7th century and had allowed Jews and Christians access to the city, which was important to all three religions for the different reasons. Towards the end of the 11th century, the Seljuk Turks took control of Jerusalem and banned Christians from making pilgrimages. The powers of Christendom were unhappy at the state of affairs and mobilized their forces to recapture the land of Jesus. Despite the purity of the apparent motive behind them, the so-called Crusades, the battles for control of the Holy Land, were hard-fought, merciless conflicts. The crude and self-seeking Christian invaders from the north believed that the Muslims were in the habit of swallowing their gold and jewelry to hide them in times of crisis, and consequently, many Muslims died in agony with their bellies torn open as white infidel fingers probed their entrails for non-existent valuables. The Jews of Jerusalem fared little better. They had lived happily side by side with the Muslims for hundreds of years, and on 14 June 1099, they died beside them. The bloodlust of the Crusaders knew no bounds. One Crusader, Raymond of Alguiers, Aguilers, was moved by the sight of the devastated city and the mutilated corpses of its residents to quote Psalm 118, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." In the years that followed the capture of Jerusalem, Christians from all over Europe began to make the pilgrimage to the Holy City, a journey so long and arduous that a fit body and strong constitution were needed to survive it. The growing number of pilgrims traveling from the ports of Acre, Tyre, and Jaffa to the city of Jerusalem created problems, and an infrastructure had to be created to provide for them. An important part of these arrangements was the Amalfi hostelry in Jerusalem, which was established by the Knights Hospitaller to provide food and lodgings for the constant flow of travelers. The importance of and wealth of the small and obscure order of monks who ran it grew in proportion to the increasing number of visitors, and the new Christian rulers of the city rewarded their efforts with generous gifts. The order developed quickly, and its prior must have been an ambitious and politically astute individual, as he took the unusual step of creating a
Mud Digger, how you doing? And then? No, man.
military arm by the accepting knights to join. After which he changed the title of the order to the Hospital of St. John of Jerusalem. It obtained papal blessing in 1118, when it was provided with a formal constitution known as a rule. This was an organization which probably influenced a French nobleman from Champagne by the name of Hugues de Payens, because in the same year he and 8 other knights established an unofficial order of the Poor Soldiers of Christ and the Temple of Solomon. According to the tradition, King Baldwin II, the Patriarch of Jerusalem, readily gave his support to the new order and provided quarters for them in the eastern part of his palace, which adjoined the former Al-Aqsa Mosque and stood on the site of King Solomon's temple. The Templars, as they are now usually called, were said to have come into existence for the purpose of providing protection for the increasing flow of pilgrims as they made their hazardous journeys between the coastal port of Jaffa and Jerusalem. All of these original knights were laymen who took an oath to live as though they were monks, in poverty, chastity, and with obedience. Initially, they wore no special clothing, but they said prayers at regular intervals, and in every way they behaved as though they were members of the religious order. Sometime in 1118, these 9 knights apparently arrived from France and appointed themselves guardians of the Judean desert roads leading to Jerusalem. This standard account struck us as odd. They had these Frenchmen set themselves a task which was extremely optimistic to at best and foolhardily at worst. I've been running from the Lord all this time. I've been running from the Welcome. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. The other day, about a half a month ago, I was on my TikTok account that week, and I came into a few brick walls, and one was, I wanted to go live. I went live, and I just, because there's nobody that fits my demographic to watch. So I wondered, well, maybe if there's other people like me would want to watch me. But you see, what happens is the top live streamers will come into your box and try and duel you, and whether you want to sing or not, everybody likes to say that I like my singing, and I do, and I don't have a very good voice, and I don't have any good singing qualities either, but I like singing. I just play out singing it. It only came about by going to Ireland, because there the kids will just like pop out a song in the middle of the street. White children, you expect it from black children. And he attacked me, he called me a creep live on my live stream, and then left and blocked me. And I sat there for an hour. I was stoic. I didn't play, or I did. I was a little bit more dramatic, because I got a song on TikTok where I sing with the pianist, because I saw this beautiful song of the South African woman. She's a top artist, and she sang the song. And now looking back at her face, it is just what we are. We're creeps. Because I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. So, I think it's important to respond unemotionally to what was completely unexpected. But I suppose when one of the friends is acting out, then all of the friends, even if they don't get along, will all gang up against that one person. And I suppose I was the one acting out. I mean, the word obsessed is very easily used when you look at my channel, and it's a little slightly obsessed. And I've got to get off that. But you must remember that I used that on my first channel to grow. I illuminated the fact that this huge YouTuber lost her account, and I used her name, which I have to change. We'll call it the C word.
Muriel.
Miss C, not Missy.
Muriel C.
I'm talking about Miss C, because she can't say the C word. Nor can I can't say it. But I'll call her that, because I had full rights to carry on like a banshee and be all dramatic and speak in a way that I was heard, although I took a lot out of me, and I was drinking and smoking and drinking and smoking and smoking and drinking. Yeah, and it's my sin. Yes, maybe I will fry in hell, and no, you won't see me there. There's a special place for me. It's a personal choice, worshipping God. If you're not looking for a savior, because believe me, 2,000 years ago, people were looking for a savior. Right now, I can show you ways. Let me take you right now. How are you? hot today? Are you hungry? I got nothing today. Oh gosh. Huh? But you gotta go to the hospital then. You're sick. You're just hungry. But you can't cook at home. You can cook the pup at home. But I got no money to buy the cooked pup. I got the milli meal there at home. When I come back, I'll give you milli meal. Eh? Hello. How are you? No work today. It's quiet, huh? Oh. Hello, how are you? Same. Suffering again. I'm sorry. You know? I don't know. Where are you from? Dipsy. Okay. Try say. Oh, by the house. Okay. So you do the work there, and then you got a place to stay. Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay. At least you got a place to stay. Then you get a job, then you don't. I don't know. We'll try. No, it's okay. I got nothing today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'll see you. Okay. Remember I told you about this. So we're making that. Leftovers. Not bad today. But that's the best part. Some tomato sauce. I'm gonna warm it up. Want some more? Making place at the tree, the non-existent tree anymore. I have pop, I make it hot with some sauce. I got no money. There's papa inside there. It's hot. Be careful, it's bending. Huh? I got nothing today. Sorry. Okay, my brother. Good luck. See you soon. People need saving on my street. They are starving to death.
Okay.
And it takes everything out of me to help them. Last week especially. Monday was Human Rights Day in South Africa. And these guys are starving on my corner. The last of my pennies I used. And now you'll see on the street now there's very few because the rest have got food. But it's a struggle every single day. Never mind your health, just to eat, just to get some food. And I must be worrying about YouTubers misunderstanding. And believe me, I'm not worried. I have gone through the stresses of losing my channel, of making my mistakes. I don't blame anybody for my mistakes. I don't propose to tell you that I know more than you. And especially getting viriled by Terry Joyce. It's nice, it's brilliant. You get the clicks, you get the likes. Look at my subscribers, jumped 20. It was my hard work, though. It was hard work. It is time consuming. It is not perfect, because I do throw it together. And I apologize that it's not perfect. Well, I don't really apologize. I'm just saying I'm apologizing. Because it's only getting watched once by some lucky 100 people. If they watch the entire video. Why blimmin' hell do I need to edit all these things together? To keep you watching. A month ago I had 3,000 views from the same drama. But that's what we like. We like one. People who watch Miss C don't like me. It's very simple. Only the people that don't like Miss C might subscribe because of my drama. Do you think there's love there? When somebody always speaks derogatively to you, bigoted to you. Why? Because you're a foreigner, because you're into licking men's testicles and not frolicking women's mammary glands. That's why. Because I'm a fag. I'm shadow banned because I'm white on a black continent with a history of being born in a war and considered invaders on this continent. My parents, all our parents, from the southern tip to the central Africa, sang God Save the Queen when they were at school. God save our wonderful queen, blah, 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 blah. They changed in 1953. We used to have the pound, the South African pound. It changed to the rand. We used to have the Queen's head. We've changed our anthem 3 times in 100 years. And our flag. Our provinces were countries, like states in America were countries on their own, sovereign states. We had 4 countries, 4 presidents at the beginning of last century. So now I'm going to stand and sing my national anthem.
Lord have mercy.
I hope I get it right. This is like our 3rd one.
Huh?
None of us know the words.
No.
So when I
No, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this anymore.
it was called The
No.
Call.
No,
In
Afrikaans, I don't want to watch this. The Horlock that ate Easter. Learning about to cry on 3 blind mice.
Who's the succubus now then? I think some people seem to think that this has got a little bit out of hand for them to handle. thought it would go away. They asked me to delete a video that did not incriminate anything, but only expressed how scared I was and how frightened I was of where I had been led to be. But I had done nothing wrong.
Oh, no.
Nobody had really done anything wrong. Nobody.
The short
It
ones
was
are
a
better.
video, a live stream on YouTube.
Mississippi Talker versus I and Rose Lilith.
Lieber Herr, goodbye, my lieber Herr. It was a great affair, but now it's over. You know, that one. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Lionel Royale, and I hope you are fine. Whatever day you're looking at this, whether it be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thrice Day, I hope that I can get through this video.
All the breath.
In my little YouTube world, the streets are very narrow, and the borders are porous. So,
Oh, Rose, are you here? Hello, darling.
watch, let's just, obviously you're realizing on Lionel Royale is more tarot, and my man's singing choices, and Kenny's.
No, I don't
Lionel
think you've
Royale
got.
as Kenny. I'm wondering if I should call it.
Team Rose just doesn't have a range.
Lily is my alter ego. Another
Hello, how you doing,
Sally
darling?
was born because of the song.
Hello, do you want a panel? Do you want to chat with me?
Mine.
Did you send an
Tonight's gonna be
email?
jam-packed. Wait, is she here? She's almost here. Are you ready? Welcome to Sunday night with Sally Bowles.
Did you fix your bowl with your...
Lieber Herr, goodbye, my lieber Herr. It was a great affair, but now it's over. You know, that one. Oh, I was supposed to get all drunk and bring out Sally Bowles, but this time for sobering ourselves. Because there's so many other things to worry about in this life, like serial killers and a certain injection that's gone around that has infected many people. You know, you can inject meth too. It's very dangerous. And guess what it is? Meth is crystal. So when everybody's talking about crystallization, and I've been crystallized, what are you saying? Are you saying you slammed? Or you tweaked? I'm going to come up with some bumper stickers, but stick with me to the end, where we can join together in memorial of the man none of us met except for the horned owl, which I'm not sure if I can mention names or we're allowed to mention names on these streets. Because, I mean, that's an entire state I can't even mention it. It is a sad day because Justin died on the 31st of May, registered on the 1st of June, 9 years ago. And just like we all are put into other people's lives, somehow I got into this person's life. Whether it had been nefariously or not, this person likes to fight. In emails will say, I will hit that bitch, I'll put her, I don't mind, I'll pay the bail. I will, the speech and the threatening of guns. Now, in America, nobody cares when they hear somebody's going to shoot because they expect somebody's going to shoot. What? Because somebody's got a gun. No, not everybody's got a gun, but there's far too many guns. So what we have to understand to protect ourselves from the serial killers is to remember, people don't want to listen to the troll in the corner. They don't want to listen to the troll's complications and problems. And I'm a troll. To people who I love, yes, I'm a stalker. I watch their videos and there'll be 10 comments. Because it's, as you speak through your hour and a half or 30 minutes of a video, I get triggered and I want to type a comment, which is available for me to do as a viewer. And it's not as if I am trolling, yet sometimes it's taken out of context because you don't want to, as a creator, go back to where is this person coming from with this horrible comment when it was done at a time when horrible things were said by the creator. And it's confusing. But revelations come through
Conflict. There's that word con again. Conflict to affliction is something that you've got a problem with physically. Conflict is to connect with physical problems. Do you really know what you're doing? Do I know what I'm doing? Do we all know what we're doing? I mean, you think about the injection. Nobody knows what's happening. Do you want to help? I do. I want to help. Let's be the good girls. Seems like I get called a girl all the time. Kitty. I know I said everything. I wanted to say more. But this is kind of a judgment day where you and I could consider that the judgment is in your head. When somebody leaves us, this physical plane, you're always going to think about what about that day, what about this day? My patient, he lost his 20-year-old daughter. Imagine, the year 2000, you had a baby. Now it's the year 2020, now you're 22, you don't have a baby. And you took this baby to all the corners, the four corners of the planet, everywhere. The previous year was in Thailand, and then the previous year was in Germany, München, and you became like this with your kid. But this kid had problems. And your judgment of alcoholism or drug addiction is unjustified. Because it's the best. It is the best. When you look at the people that do sort themselves out, they are the best. And consider that's why. Now you think about the Summerwells and the families there. How these people, most people, don't express themselves to be all-knowing because they are taking drugs. But when they take the drugs, they seem to become a lot more knowing. And this is a conundrum, you know. You can take an ecstasy pill, which is very expensive these days. Probably I used to be addicted to ecstasy and MDMA. And that first one you take, it does make you feel good and comfortable and loving. But after the 10th one, you actually have the opposite experience, physically and mentally. And madness starts hitting. But this would be with any medication that you take, any soda that you drink. The more of it is just, and thus and then. That's why we are kings and queens. People who have never lived like this before, so much choice and option, that we're so confused because the choice and option has taken away the organic and the strong and the healthy. So, my hope for anybody that's lost their son, like the amazing Justin, who was a superb musician, 10 times better and gone really far, but a heart of gold, somebody that always had love. Let's try and take a feather out of his cap and be that man that could have been. I think a lot of people. You know, we're being raped by the dark every fucking day. You and me. But we seem to believe that it's your fault or my fault. Or I can justify my anger. No, I don't think Justin was ever like that. And whoever his lives affected, I hope that they are comforted. The Spirit, Holy Spirit brings the comfort to know that He's there by your side. And He believes you are great. There's nobody else better than you. Just remember, a man, please, I just wrote these notes. So we pray for you, Mr. Bitoka. We give you the strength to understand we're allowed to get angry. We are. Equally. With equity. I don't profess to be better. I only point things out that people don't like. And so do you, Rose. And Terry. As far as I'm concerned, you three are in the cabal. And playing me because you all got each other's telephone numbers and not mine. So in honor of justice and Justin, son of Donna G. Like an elephant. Remember, half an hour, toxins. Like an elephant. I am the Sabaphomet. You know,
The Sabaphomet.
Africa. And I'm in the south of Africa. Sabaphomet. They say this is a love fest. I'm so glad that you're okay.
But back in the day when I used to make videos, do you really want to go live on panel, Rose? What do you want to talk about? Are you still there? I need to pee. Do you want me to go live now? Why don't you go live? Go live watching me. I think you left already. Sure. No, we're going live now. I don't get this all the time. I'm going to go live now, hey? Be careful, you might porn here. I know. Yeah, duck, duck, go. Duck, duck, go. I don't want to upgrade. We rise. We rose. We rose. I need to schedule for later to give it a thumbnail. We rose. Like I won't do it. Well, what's wrong with this thing now? Are you still there? I'll go live for 5 minutes, and if you don't come up, all these things are ended. Where's the live? No, come on, man. Where's the live gone? Lordy Lord. Enter. Okay, here we go. I'm going live. And then I'm going to invite you. And then you can speak. Do you need to join my what do you call it? My Discord. You know that. Invite guests. No, I can't do that. It's copied. Email it to you. Apply. Remember, I'm 9 hours ahead, so things take a little longer for things to happen. But I think I'm live already, and I need to go wee-wee. So this is a peculiar situation. Please come and join me on this live stream that I have created on StreamYard, and I'm going to end this one you're watching with me, and in between I will play some music for you, and we'll have the second half of this live stream, if you know what I mean. Let's do camera, allow. Oh, I'm naked. Darling, don't be naked. Wow, you're naked. I can't turn the camera around. I can only do it that way. Ah, no, I need to wee. Turn the camera around. Turn it upside down. Don't mirror it. I can't do a back camera. Why not? Oh. Okay, go back. Close. Hello, darling. Are you there? Please, will you come up? I need to go to the toilet, if you know what I mean. And I need to play some music in between. Are you going to come up? Let's end this spa. Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Lisa, please subscribe. Double tap on the screen.